Hey guys, it's Stephen here, back with another video, back with another match preview. Manchester City tomorrow play Aston Villa, and I'm really looking forward to this game, mainly because I've just spent 2 hours talking about how good Manchester City are. I'm down in London right now, just been filming with 888. I've been chatting to fans of Flex, Rory, Abby, Spurs, Chelsea, United fans, and mainly realising how good Manchester City are and how it wouldn't really change anyone in our squad other than the really obvious one who's going anyway soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. And it made me realise how I can't wait for Manchester City games these days, because it's always a pleasure to watch us play football. And tomorrow against Aston Villa, hopefully that will be the same story. I cannot wait for this game, and fingers crossed it's going to be as interesting and exciting as I hope it will be. Of course, it's away at Aston Villa, which is going to be a very interesting reunion for Jack Grealish. Very interesting reunion for Jack Grealish. I'm sure he'll get booed to the high heavens. I'm sure he'll still applaud nonetheless. But this game anyway, Aston Villa, obviously Steven Gerrard is the manager there. Guardiola was very complimentary about him. I'll get to that point later on. But this game, of course, it's very winnable for Manchester City. We're currently sat in second, of course, after a very convincing November, winning loads of games in November. And of course, 2-1 against West Ham, 3-0 against Everton, and beating United in the derby. Things look very good for Manchester City right now. But we aren't perfect. And Guardiola, of course, touched on this a little bit in the press conference. He said, in the top leagues and the scorers, we aren't there. Salah, Mane, we aren't in the top 7 or 8. If we don't attack as a team, we don't survive. The Premier League we have done so far is exceptional. The way we are playing is exceptional. And Guardiola's right, we have to be that aggressive in attack as a team because we don't have those clinical players like Mane and Salah that Liverpool have got, for example. We're not as free-flowing goal scorers as they are, unfortunately, and we have to attack as a team because that's our best option, to swarm them, basically. We haven't got a killer, we've got an army. And I really love that. We all collectively do it. That's how we win points. And Guardiola was right. And we know we've got quality players. Obviously, so many players right now are playing out their skin. Rodri, Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, and so on. But we cannot really not take a team with a new manager seriously, because we can drop points at any occasion, at any moment. And we felt that so far this season as well, at plenty of times. So I want City to be focused. Away at Aston Villa, it isn't going to be easy. I mean, on paper, people suggest it could be, but I don't think it is. I think Villa will be really up for this, as everyone is at this time of the season. I know injuries start to take their toll, but around December, games get a bit harder because every team is ready. Every team has kind of settled into their season at this point, and they've made big decisions, like Aston Villa have, getting rid of Dean Smith, of course, and bringing in Gerrard. But they know what their goals are, and they've assessed the season, and they know what they have to do to achieve those goals. It's a bit of a free-for-all in the early months of the season, but around December onwards, everyone knows exactly what they're all aiming for. So this is where it gets tough, in my personal opinion. But thankfully, we do have the squad to do it. And a squad that's getting healthier as well. John Stones is feeling better, according to Guardiola. He was apparently a little bit under the weather, had a bit of a fever. So obviously we know he'll be playing, and Guardiola as well said, Aymir Laporte, he said Aymir, but he means Laporte, of course, he's out. I'll never complain about the players who are out with injuries or red cards. I trust a lot of the Man City squad. Yeah, I trust a lot all the Man City squad, not a lot of. He said, if one is out, another comes in. December is the toughest month and we have a few players. Kevin De Bruyne is back, but he needs time. He said people with COVID are tired and need time. Kevin needs to be fit to show top form, though he did say that he has tested negative, which is good news, but I can imagine he's been a bit run down. He was a little bit symptomatic from what I could tell. Yeah, lost his sense of taste and so on. So I can imagine right now his body just needs to relax and take it easy a little bit. So I'm expecting a couple of weeks maybe, if I'm being honest. But good news on Phil Foden and Jack Grealish. Guardiola said Phil and Jack are in the same situation. Maybe tomorrow they can play, but not a lot. We're in a difficult position because players play a lot. We see what happens after we train. He said about Grealish, he said he started perfectly in terms of his Manchester City career. He said it's easy because of our English players and the other guys are nice people. He plays good. It needs to settle and needs more time. If you analyse games, he doesn't play bad. The way we played and expectations, he's done well. He said it's different to Birmingham, but he did incredibly well at Villa. His commitment to the club to stay and get promoted to the Premier League. Now after this break, he's come back from England injured. Hopefully he comes back and step by step finds his form. He went on to finally add, we have 6 or 7 months ahead of us, but I don't think the best Jack Grealish will see this season. I think in next season. And Guardiola's probably right. That's a common thing, obviously, with Manchester City players when they sign. They normally need a season or so to kind of get to grips with the ideals, fully settle in. They come back after the summer, and also the muscle memory's kicked in big time. They remember everything, and it becomes an awful lot easier because they're not learning new faces, ideas, names, new grounds, new places to live. They're just comfortable at that point. So I can see why the second thing helps, not because of any reason more than just time. Time heals on that front. The lineup then. Let's get to the lineup. I think we all know it's going to be Ederson in goal. I think we also know it's probably going to be Kyle Walker at right back and probably be Cancelo. Jack Grealish, by the way, had this to say about Cancelo. He said, Cancelo is unreal. I can't tell you how good he is. Honestly, one of the best players I've ever played with. He's loud and funny. He doesn't speak much English, but I've got a good connection with him. This season, he's been so good. And he probably will be Cancelo as well, a left back if we're being totally honest. Though I wouldn't be surprised, and you can hold me to this if you want to, I would not be surprised if we see Zinchenko start this game. Just a little feeling I've got. I wouldn't be surprised if Cancelo gets a rest. Maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe that's for the Watford game. But yeah, don't be surprised. But either way, I will say Walker and Cancelo. And it's going to be Stones and Diaz as well, because Laporte obviously is out. I can't see Ake starting this one. Diaz was actually asked in an interview midweek about his lesser playing time this season, and he said, it's not a matter of being happy or unhappy. I just need to be there for the team when the team needs me. It is what it is. And the defence on the sides and midfield up front, this is our team. This is Pep's idea, so be ready for everything. And that's what you'd expect for someone like Ruben Diaz. He isn't going to complain. He's going to crack on and do it because he's a winner and a leader. And I love that from Big Rubes. Basically, in midfield, I think we're going to see the same. Rodri, Bernardo, Gundogan. I can't see any changes. The players will be knackered, but I can't see De Bruyne is not available. I can't see Grealish coming into midfield either. I think Mahrez is going to start on the right. I think Foden, despite what Guardiola said, will start this game. And I think Jesus through the middle. It could be Sterling, but I think Jesus, Mahrez and Foden is what I'm going for. I can't see Grealish starting this. He'd love to, I'm sure. But given his fitness, it's a perfect opportunity to not play him in this game, given obviously the size of the task with Aston Villa and the reception he's going to get. So I reckon it'd be Foden, Jesus, Mahrez. But Guardiola might go, Grealish has got something to prove here to them. Go and do it, son. But it could be Sterling as well. It could be Sterling, Mahrez and Jesus again. That wouldn't surprise me. But I feel like Foden will come into this team at the expense of probably Sterling or Mahrez. But I'm going to say at the expense of Sterling. In terms of the opposition, well, we know a couple of weeks ago, no, 3 weeks ago now, they obviously sacked Dean Smith. And so far, life's looking pretty good for Steven Gerrard. Aston Villa's results here, let me get them up. They beat Crystal Palace 2-1 away from home, which obviously is the kind of games you want to be winning to secure the spot in the league. And it was a good performance for them. John McGinn getting the goals and Matty Target as well. Of course, he played like Bailey and Watkins and Nakamba and so on. That's a good victory for them. They also beat as well, let me get it up, they beat Brighton in his first game in charge with Watkins and Mings coming good with 2 late goals there. So currently, they're sat, I think they're sat in 13th, in the Premier League. Things look a lot rosier than they did in recent history. They're currently sat in 13th, yeah. I mean, that's not bad. And obviously, Gerrard had a decent rep over at Rangers. Guardiola said as well, he said about Gerrard, he said, I can imagine with a new manager, everybody steps forward to convince the manager. They had 2 good results against tough teams. We are travelling there. It'll be the toughest game as possible. Okay, Guardiola. He said he's a manager as well for the Premier League. I don't believe there's a manager in the Premier League who isn't good. They can train good players. They're incredible managers in all aspects. And he's right, I guess. I guess the point he's making, though, Solskjaer probably disagree with. Sorry, it's still fresh, but I still love it. And I guess the point he's making is that ultimately there's quality in the Premier League, and if you get there, you probably deserve a chance at the very least. And he's not wrong, really. And Aston Villa, they have got players that can affect games, and they will be up for this. Of course, they've got quality, like Leon Bailey can score out of nothing. Obviously, John McGinn's a cracking player. Watkins is a poacher. Ashley Young has got experience. They've just got a good team. Concert and Mings aren't the worst centre-backs in the world. Douglas Luiz, of course, the ex-City fella. Buen Diaz, a good player. Danny Ings as well. They have got quality in their team. We have to take them really, really seriously. And I'm sure we will do. I'm expecting them, though, to sit back, if I'm being honest. I'm expecting City to have all the ball again and then look to try and get something on the counter or something like that. Having said that, I've got to be confident about Manchester City's chances. I have to be because why shouldn't I be given the form? I'm not saying we will win, but I'm confident that we will. I never know what's going to happen because football's crazy, but I'd be mad to suggest anything other than a Manchester City victory right now. So that is what I'm going to suggest. I'm going to say confident 3-0 victory for Manchester City Football Club. Hopefully, I am right. Hopefully, Grealish gets on and gets a goal. So I would love that to happen right in front of the Villa fans. But you never know, and I'll take a scrappy 1-0, but I think it's going to be 3-0. Could be comfortable this, hopefully. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know down in the comments what you think the score is going to be, your lineup and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, of course, to all the Patreons and Scott Denemy, Big Denemy Energy, always my Patreon producer, absolute legend. And of course, to all the members and everyone else who helps support this channel. It's really appreciated. I'm getting closer to 60k now, so hit that subscribe button. Hit this video. Don't hit the video. Don't punch the video. Hit the like button. And I'll catch you all tomorrow, of course, for the game. Looking forward to this. See you in a bit, guys.